I swear, you just can't fix stupid sometimes. But these are definitely a really decent, really nice set of heifers. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. All right, it is a blustery Saturday morning. All right, we finally got that coating off, and the heat gun worked pretty decent. But we also have the ready heater going because, like I said, that wind is cold. We're just gonna put that box right there, a few inches below that insulator. But getting a little heat off of this. We got the tractor kind of blocking. It probably should be in there. It's not totally blocking the wind, but better than nothing. But that heater is pretty decent. The only thing that's cold really are my toes. These Thorogood boots have been really, really good. But I only have one layer of socks on, and just sitting around, toes are cold. All right, so we got it mounted. We got the big top, so it's easier with the plug. All right, heading to the barn to grab the other floating heater, because I think the one that's in that tank might be shot. Looking at it, the two prongs for the plug, one of them is all full of plastic, melted plastic, and it looks like the base of it, where it meets the plug, where the metal meets the base of the plug, it's all bubbled up around the actual prong there, hinting at the fact that it's potentially shorted out. All right, so more BS with this situation. So I had to go back and get one of these. These are one of those 200, this might be a 5, but I think it's a 200 watt donut. We plugged in that other blue one like that, and we have put a GFCI in there, trying to do it right. Immediate trip. So there must be a wattage restriction, because like I said, that blue floater is a 1200 watt floater. This little donut is a 200 watt. So there must be, we're gonna read through the paperwork, that comes with the box. So probably have to get a different stupid GFCI, or say screw it and put a regular plug in there. All right, it's been a little over an hour since I plugged in that little donut heater. I repositioned it once already. Oh yeah, it's like basically to the bottom. So we'll just reposition it again and let it keep melting in. Now something like that, and this wind still is just going. Now something like that, guy, it's going to be tough for that thing to really thaw everything out. You really do need a floater in there. So we've been making some progress on our forms. We're kind of at a little bit of a tricky spot trying to get it to fit around some stuff. I haven't been recording much because we got the ready heater going. Because of course this wind is coming right in the barn doors, which we don't have a door on it anymore. This is what we got so far. We gotta put a bevel cut on the bottom of this one to get around some old concrete. All right, we got this pretty much formed up, blocked up, plugged up. and ready to go. It's supposed to be 41 tomorrow for a high, so for us, concrete pouring weather. But that one's going to be pretty simple. 3 bags, maybe. You know, you would think that this idiot would learn his lesson. And like, I'm gonna walk over there, and he's probably gonna move his head. Just there we go. I swear, you just can't fix stupid sometimes. Oh yeah, and I did get my camera mounted. All right, over there. So I went on it. First impressions, it's okay. I would say my one gripe, it's not the camera's fault. It's just, it's so close. Everything's so close. It's just such a small space. You know, I'm zoomed out as far as I can go, and it already seems like, you know, you're zoomed way in already. So it's not the camera's fault. It's just the fact that, you know, I'm right in the middle, and I'm literally only trying to look at stuff that's like 10 feet away, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how it fares when we get animals in there and what it looks like. Still gonna run those motos. Just gonna keep those going. Because honestly, if one set of cameras doesn't work, or I just don't like it, or whatever, then I still have my other set. All right, that's enough for today. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hey, good morning. All right, last night we were supposed to get like, I don't know, we were slated for like maybe around 2 to 3 inches. But just coming out, checking out our tank heaters, and this is, honestly, it's like all, there's the stuff on top, but there's a big chunk down there that's all thawed out, which is really nice. Very curious. Cora May is always curious, aren't you, kiddo? And a couple of nice Fleck Heifers. I think they're gonna turn out pretty nice. I am really debating what to use on them. I have Kingpin, and I can easily throw Kingpin on him, but then there's always the allure of a new bull. Because I want something for barb, but it needs to be homo-polled. And I want something for share, but it needs to be homo-polled. So then I've thought, because those two are polled, yes, hetero-polled, but I can use a hetero-polled bull on them and have like a 3/4 chance of getting a polled calf. And I know I want to use Kingpin for a couple of years, stretch him out for a couple of years. And there is one bull that's really, really nice and very reasonable price, and that's, we used Granalta's HP Bravo, and we had an HP Bravo bull last year. Well, there's another HP Bravo son, frickin' pigeons, called St. John Bravo, and he's a couple years old, but just a tank. He's heifer safe, but just a beast out of a really, really nice cow. And definitely considering just getting 5 of that and maybe using him on those heifers and then using Kingpin on the 2 older ones. So, all right, so we got 3 bags of concrete. We don't know if we'll need the 3rd bag, but better to have it than not need it, so I don't have to go back up in the barn and get more. Dad actually did find a 20 amp GFCI that we're going to try. I don't know if we'll do it today, but to swap out what we put in yesterday, to see if that gives us a little bit more leeway with our heater situation over there. So yeah, I got plenty of water. Let's run that in and start having some concrete fun. you watch us pour this. It only took 2 bags, and I still had a little bit left over. So it didn't turn out too bad. Had a little bit of a kind of an issue trying to figure out how we were going to cap the end and then try and get that slope, but it's all right. Another bag of the Nutribeef all-purpose in the feeder, and looks like a couple of them are already taking a peek at that. Dad's spreading this stock bale out. This one's actually pretty good. The last couple, a little bit of that white mold in them, which isn't a huge deal, but if they're frozen, like, it's really hard to get them apart. If there's a lot of that white mold, it's like glue essentially and holds them together. And we're probably going to be bringing like 4, 5 heifers in, so we want to at least give them a pretty decent place to lay down, at least a base. And that's another reason for doing it this way. They'll spread it out. They'll have a decent place to lay down. They'll spread it out. They'll spread out what's in the barn. They'll get used to it. And then in a couple of days, we'll throw some more bedding in here and kind of just keep layering it up and keep it nice for them. All right, I do need to shut this off because I want to shut this green gate. Plus, it can probably get shut off for like an hour or 2 anyways, and then we'll fire it back up this afternoon after we take a little bit of a lunch, and just to make sure. We just don't want the concrete to freeze because it is a little bit cooler in here, but it does seem to be setting up pretty nice. So I got this tank flipped over. It was pretty frozen in place, but I got most of the stuff cleared out of it, and I thought this might be happening to it. I noticed that the tank was kind of bubbled up, but you can see we've cracked through these supports. Now I don't know if those go all the way through the tank. I mean, this tank's been pretty froze before, but this is probably the worst it's been froze. So we'll have to see if the tank actually leaks once we fill her back up. So if it does, we'll have to find a new tank. This stuff's still going good. Looks like it's setting up nicely. We're not too concerned about fit and finish, and we'll pop the forms off tomorrow and should be good to go. But for the few animals we're going to bring in here, there's plenty of room in here. We don't necessarily need this pen quite yet, and that's why we shut the green gate. And if we need our own standalone pen, then we can put these 2 gray gates together right here, and then this is its own pen. All right, receptacle is swapped out. Some good, some bad. The good being is, well, it's swapped out. The bad being, looking at that tank, it does look like one crack does go all the way through, so that sucks. But right now what we're gonna do, we're gonna let the steers back into their area back here so that we can start letting some of these heifers in here. And it really just means we got to let kind of the whole crew, or as many as possible, come back here. Actually have all the cows in there already. Most of them are nibbling on the silage that's left over from the steers, and then the other ones are over by that second crop bale we gave them. So works to our advantage. Somebody wanted just flag though, so I went and grabbed that, and we'll sort out all the animals we need. It's only gonna be like 5. I don't even know if we'll bring Cher in right away. We probably could wait till next weekend to do that. All right, that wasn't horrible. But that 313, she was the first one we put in with the calves, and she'll be happy to get out of there. That's usually the only reason it works, just putting them through the calves, because they'll sit there and they'll jump and jump and jump. And they'll be like, get me the heck out of here. Okay, let's do a little once over of these heifers. Since they're like right here, they're up close and personal. I've probably talked about all of them before, but these guys are the closest that are out here. And we'll just start with this girl. So this is should be CL, right? L should be calving this year. Should be CL 913. She's out of YC 913. That's her mom. And then she is a Bruno daughter. So that 50 that lost her calf is also a Bruno daughter. This girl right here, this is AL 53. So she is a True Justice out of our LA 53 cow that goes back to Triple C Bettis. This girl right here, yeah, you won't show me your tag, will you? I know who you are. You're 313. This is GL 313. She is another True Justice. She's probably the best heifer we got out here. I'd say she, between her and that FL 913, are definitely probably our best. I mean, is she perfect? I don't think she's perfect, but she's pretty darn nice. But she is a True Justice out of an upgrade high roller cow. Then this girl right here, this is our Bold Ruler. She's going to be our first Bold Ruler in production. She's got a little ways to go though on her bag, but I think, I mean, to be honest, she has like a week and a half until like she's actually due, and she's got a little bag going. But honestly, if she goes a couple days late and it's like 2 weeks from today, then it's fine, and I don't care if she gets a little extra groceries. So she is a Bold Ruler, and she is out of Phantom, and Phantom is a Sheer Force. Phantom's our only Sheer Force left. We had a really nice red Sheer Force daughter, but she finally got up in age. So Phantom is our last Sheer Force daughter. So we're got big hopes for her because I really like her. And then the last one on the list, oh yeah, here we go. This is our State of War. So we had two State of War heifers. One was a first calf heifer last year, and then we got this girl. So State of War out of a High Road. And I believe that High Road is out of an In Due Time. Don't quote me on that, but unless I look it up. But these are definitely a really decent, really nice set of heifers. I really like these True Justice daughters. But yeah, that's pretty nice. We got calves on the way, especially with that 313. I bet you in a week, by this time next week, I think we're gonna have a little guy running around. I think so. Don't quote me on it. There's no bets. You're not gonna win nothing. But yeah, I think by the end of next week, we're gonna have a little guy running around. Everybody's fed, everybody's taken care of. We are at the end of the day, end of the weekend. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you got a great week coming up. Calves are going to be coming really soon. It is February 2nd. It's Groundhog's Day. Flipping groundhog didn't see no sunshine here in Wausau, Wisconsin. So I don't care what Puxatawny Phil saw, because I think he did see his shadow and like, 6 more weeks of winter. No, dude didn't see no shadow here in Wisconsin. Because I can't even see the mountain, and that thing's 4 miles away. But so I hope you guys have a great week coming up. Calves are coming quick. I hope you liked the video. Definitely hit that thumbs up button. And if you got any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you got any questions about the girls that are getting ready to calve, or like if you got any questions about what we do with our calves, and I'll be explaining like how we process our calves, what we give them, what we don't give them, the whys and the whats and the wheres, because everybody's a little bit different, and as long as it works, it's all good. And I do have some more tags coming Just more Y-Techs with our name on the bottom, because I might run out of the Heifers. Maybe not. One of them I might run out, but either way, then I have extras. So yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And definitely don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the calves from these guys. I am really excited about getting calves from these heifers. It's new combinations, and we got a couple new bulls on the way from some of our cows. So, and as always, thanks for coming along.